So welcome to another video. I'm going to take this book and I'm going to take those out. What I want to do with this is make a journal so that I can do some of the Junk Journal January 2023 challenge that Megjournals is hosting. So I'm taking this apart, and of course my dog's gonna bark when I start to record over. And I'm gonna make this anyways. I'm gonna make this cover and the inside of this cover into my journal for that purpose, and a little bit more. I'm gonna also use it for doing some different spreads and having fun with it. So I go at a slower pace probably than most people, and I do it because I'm trying to slow myself down. Because in daily life you have to hurry and get things done and do this and do that, and so I try to mindfully slow down, and plus that's just how I do things with my journaling. I just like, why rush when you're trying to have fun? Having fun should be going at your own pace. So that's what we're doing here. I'm making pages and using my well-used cutter and trying to keep some of the brown pages from the edges on there if I can, for the pages that will be the signature. So I'll make a pile of those and then we'll go on to the next step. So I've got my book ready. It's all covered and sewn together, and I'm going to get started with those 5 days, and I've chosen to do them a little bit differently. So you'll see. If you keep watching, watch till the end. So I'm starting with day 31, and the word is nostalgia. Got my little list here, and I'm going backwards from 31 backwards because I kind of started backwards. I am a little late to the party, but as Meg says, it doesn't matter. You can do it whatever sequence you want to do it, just as long as you join in, and that's what I'm doing. So I have this Mustang picture that I've saved for a while, and I thought that would be really appropriate for nostalgia, and it worked out great, the colors. And then we move on to in the garden for day 30, and I have this magazine picture on the right, and then I just wrote in the garden, as you can see, and I'm not sure if I like how I did it, but I didn't have any other ideas, honestly, so that's how it came out. That's where you got to go with that. So I always wonder if I should add more. So on this side I put a little bit of gesso over it just to take some of the shine off, and I liked the sentiment, and going with that sentiment I found this little card that I made, and then I put a wax heart in there. I have a pile of wax hearts and stuff that I've done, and it just seemed wonderfully appropriate for that spot. So now we're going to do a playlist, and so everybody's got their own interpretation, right, of what the words mean. So I decided, I decided on one thing, and now I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking that I might use this for a background. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some of this paper. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on. So I'll show you my idea of interpreting playlist. For right now, just get this background put on. So now I did that, and I'm looking for some gesso, which that's matte gel. There's some gesso. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Is put my liner underneath of here, because I just put this clean white thing, which doesn't take much to get another one, but it just takes a lot to remember to get it. So, and I have this little thing here. This is just a tag, right? I'm going to use that as my palette. And then who knows, maybe I'll turn it into something afterwards. So I'm going to put a little bit of gesso on there. And then cleaned this. I'm going to use this scruffy brush. I'll get a little bit of water. Use my paper towel. And then just put some little bit of white, just so that I can have something to break up all of this when I put the other stuff down. That's my thought. We'll see what happens. Alright, now I have this leftover paper. This always gets, I always get myself stuck in that if I'm not careful. Just found my glue sticks. They're a lot easier. It's funny because when I first started using them, I was using that great big one, and I found it to be too much on my wrist, and just too much. And now I seem to like it. Let's see, what will we do with this? I don't know if the glue stick is gonna do good with that, so I'm gonna use the other stuff that gets all over the place and ruins your nails. I was watching some video where this woman kept washing her hands with the wipes. So I got myself a little paper towel with soap on it. Let's see if I can use that to keep some of this glue that ends up taking away my not just the fingernail polish, but it also like makes my skin peel. So we'll see if we can work around that. I pulled all these little things. Oh, I know what I forgot. Oh dear. was this. That's what I wanted. I'm thinking why this looks so plain, because when I first pulled the stuff from my paper stash, I was liking how it was going. Then I'm looking at this. Oh well. Do you ever do that? You get it all set up just the way you want it. You even practice how it's going to look, and then you just start gluing, and you're gluing backwards. That's what I ended up doing, backwards, because I saw sunshine on there and it made me think of my husband used to sing "You Are My Sunshine" to my girls, and so I thought of playlist, which then got me thinking, well, it doesn't have to be a playlist of music, or it can be a playlist of what you think of in your family life. So that's where I went with that. For me, for a playlist, I'm thinking of family. Well, this is not my family. This is a family. And I'm thinking it's sweet to just look at family pictures like that, and then it brings you back to your family. So that's my playlist of family pictures. Family pictures are a playlist. This is going to be all in one, because these are little pieces that I have in my little, I don't want to throw them away because they still might be good pile. And this is my postcard. So I just made a little cluster here, and I wanted to keep them all together because this is how I like them. And I've already got my page already made because the book was made ahead of time. This is just an old piece of paper that, you know, I've been throwing things away because I collect too many things. And I watched the hoarder show, and I don't want to be a hoarder. I have some hoarding things, so I'm trying to not let myself get out of control. And it's funny because I have a lot of stuff. It's not funny. I have a lot of stuff, and I really need to figure out how to, how am I ever going to use all this stuff? All right, I'm looking for a pin for this. I do have quite a few books listed on eBay at Bradsboots. That's the name of my eBay account. At least I think it is. I hope it's set up like that. But you can see it under my name too, Joanne. But you can look for my other journals that are for sale over there. So I'm continuing on here. 28, which is upcycled. 27. I'm not going to write postcard because the postcard is there. So now I'm just going to do cozy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, well, this is cozy. It's already done. I don't know if this is cozy or not, but maybe it's not. Okay, so I'm done with doing that. I don't have a book plate on here yet because I haven't decided if I need one. So I decided to call it done for Junk Journal July 2023 challenge. This is what it came out to be for me, a few days instead of the whole month. The blue, you know, it's kind of cozy because it's all the same color. I'm working in this journal a little bit at a time so that I can do some videos and hopefully not make it too boring for everybody. And if you enjoy watching, it's always good to see a thumbs up and a nice comment. I appreciate every one of them, and I thank you for joining the party, and I'll see you in the next one.